Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Raw Jar Reviews channel, and today we're taking a look at the Stars Black series, Darth Maul, Sith Apprentice, from the publisher line. Look at the front of the box. This is amazing. Look at this. I love the cover that they chose for this figure. It really brings out that menacing vibe that Darth Maul brings. But man, this is a movie poster in its own. You get Darth Maul in the background and then him in the front. You get, of course, the title of the book, his name down here, along with the 50th anniversary logo. Here on the side, you do get some panels from his book. And here in the back, you do get sort of like a little timeline of the Star Wars universe, along with some warnings. On this side, you get his name and this picture of Maul. Here's another panel from the book, as well as the top. But when you open it up, there's the figure that is included, and you also get a little like description, as you can see right there, along with this really cool like full body picture of Maul. But yeah, there's the figure that is included, and it has the Black Series logo up on top and his name on the bottom. But I'll get him out and see what's inside. And here he is out of the box. And looking at him up close, he looks really cool. Like, this is what I mean. The publisher line does a great job, expanding as far as like with the comic book figures. I mean, this looks exactly like what we just saw on the cover. It looks exactly like it. But of course, I'll start from top to bottom. Look at the head. I am like blown away by the amount of detail they put on Maul's head. Look at that. Like, it's so realistic. It looks great. I always get, really, really pumped up whenever I see like Jedi characters and Sith characters, but Maul has always been one of those fan favorites, including, myself right here. I've always been a fan of Maul and like, just the overall character. But man, this probably is like the best variation we've gotten so far. Look at that. You can see there's detail in the eyes. Of course, that snarling grin he has right there. But man, the face tattoos, the horns, everything comes together so well. And he does have a joint around the neck and the top of the head, so there's plenty of movement here, side to side, back, and forward. Looking at the torso, he has this muscular body, as you can see right here. He has the Sith tattoos, of course. It goes in the front and back. But again, really nice builds, as you can see. And what helps out is, this ball joint right here in the upper waist. It helps a lot. Like you can see, since there's no actual clothing, there's no limits to his mobility. He moves side to side, back, and forward. Look at the arms. The arm does stick out about there. Goes all the way around with ease. And again, since there's no, clothing in the way, he does have an easy flowing butterfly joint right here. Get a lot of mobility, which is very nice. His elbow goes up right there. Has a swivel at the elbow and articulation at the wrist and at the hand. Other side as well. Arm sticks out right there. Goes all the way around. Elbow joint goes up all the way. Of course, the butterfly joint, like I mentioned before. Swivel at the elbow. And there is articulation at the wrist and at the hand. Look at the waist. He has this black belt that's wrapped around his waist. And then he also has like this bottom half of his outfit. But really cool. He actually does have a peg to put away the lightsaber, which I'll show in a bit. Looking at the legs. He almost goes into a full-on split. He does go into a sitting position, as you can see, and the legs go back right there. And he does have a swivel on the thighs, as you can see. He does have double jointed knees, so they go back pretty far right there. And lastly, looking at the boots, they look very nice, as you can see, in almost in a glossy black color, but it's really cool. The feet do point down right there. They point up, and he does have rock wrinkles. So there's some cool action poses. And lastly, looking at the accessory, it's his lightsaber. Look at the lightsaber, it looks really cool, and this is pretty interesting, but I don't believe the hilt splits like the original does, so you're just stuck with a solid hilt. But overall, it's really good. You do get two red blades, of course, and that silver hilt with the red buttons and the little peg to put on his hip. To put on the lightsaber, it's a little bit interesting to get it inside of his hand, but once you get it inside the grip of his hand, it fits really well. And you wouldn't believe it, but I was trying to do this pose on the comic book, and it actually did split. I don't know what was going on. I was actually pulling all my might trying to, get it to disconnect, but man, this Maul figure is really strong. But yes, as I was trying to do, I was trying to recreate the pose that he was doing on this comic book cover. But now we'll go into the overview. So as an overview of the figure, I gotta say, so far, Maul has to be one of my favorites from this lineup, honestly. I love the articulation, the figure is very smooth, this is a great example. I love how Hasbro was sticking with the actual build of the character, where I was really bummed out last time with the Luke Skywalker, not having either or the blue pants or that X-Wing outfit that we saw in the comic books, and they just went with a all black Dagobah Luke. But it's things like this that really impress me, and I have seen in the recent releases, like the ones with Luke and the 4-pack and things like that, they really have improved in this lineup, so thankfully it stays that way. But going back to what I was saying, Darth Maul is totally worth it. I think every single Star Wars collector needs to get their hands on this figure, honestly. Just the overall build of Maul in this form is really neat. You can have him, doing certain poses or doing a fight scene. Either or, it's definitely worth it. But I am going to end here and say if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like. And like the content you see here on the channel so far, be sure to subscribe. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram page. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you all on the next one.